Well, here at Idaho Today, we're highlighting the Special Olympics Law Enforcement Torch Run, which is a remarkable initiative that has been igniting hope and fostering inclusion since 1981. What started with a vision from Wichita Police Chief Richard Leminian has grown into a global movement. A few members of our local law enforcement talked with KTVB about why this is such an important initiative beyond the Gem State.
So the Law Enforcement Torch Run is an international fundraising initiative that's brought on, it started at humble roots in 1981 with Chief Leminian in Wichita, Kansas. And it started with 5 officers that just locally wanted to help out their local program and raise some money for it. So what they came up with was a torch run, much like you just saw in Paris at the Olympics. They ran a torch into the small little high school football stadium, and that year they raised about $500 for their program. Jump forward to 2024, it's an international initiative that involves 110,000 officers worldwide, and we just hit the mark of $1 billion raised for Special Olympics locally. It's a pretty amazing initiative. When you get started, you think, well, I can help this community, but when you start interacting with it, you realize that the athletes help you way more than you could ever help them. You got a child with intellectual disabilities, and as any parent kind of struggles with like where their seat is at the table or where they're going to kind of fit in society, we were approached by Special Olympics, the Caldwell Police Department, to run the Flame of Hope into the Caldwell Night Rodeo one year when they were doing their state games. We ran into that stadium, and it was the most amazing feeling ever to see how excited the athletes were to do that. And the most amazing thing for me personal is when I ran in that stadium and I saw all the athletes, I knew where my child fit, like where in society, and the inclusion that they could bring. It was just, it's an amazing experience that we as law enforcement get to take a part in.
I was selected by a committee to represent Idaho law enforcement at the World Games in Italy this coming spring. We're going to be carrying the Flame of Hope across cities, communities across Italy, just to gain awareness for the games and the participants so they have support at the international level. In May, Adam and I had the opportunity to travel the state of Idaho, carry the Special Olympic torch. We started in Bonners Ferry, Idaho, traveled all across the state. We met officers from across the state, Special Olympic athletes all over Idaho. We spent a week just bringing awareness to that and to the participants and the games. And we ended up the week at the Capitol steps in Idaho. Had the opportunity to support the Idaho State Police at the state level. Now I get to support all Idaho law enforcement at the world level at the World Games. Looking forward to that.
We're always trying to find ways to raise more money and really help the athletes get to compete and help pay their way and provide funding. So what we've done this year is we partnered with High Desert Harley Davidson, who was gracious enough to provide us with this motorcycle, which is a 2002 Harley Davidson Fat Boy Softail with a beautiful blue color. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna raffle it off. So the raffle ends November 30th, which is your last chance to actually buy a ticket. And then the raffle is going to be December 15th, so just in time for the holiday season. So in order to buy any tickets, you just need to go to specialolympics.idaho.org, click on the link that says raffle for the Harley Davidson, and follow the instructions there. So we're really excited about it. And I have family members that have competed in the Special Olympics, and then I also have family that actually lives in Australia that is part of the law enforcement torch run there and the officers there. So it means a lot that I can be part of it and help our department really reach out and get to see those things that we don't normally see on a normal daily basis.